Hi, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Wonder Snatch. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a Dermatology and Drag series responding to Dermatology TikToks, all the while doing a TikTok transition makeup and a neon look, because why not? And if that's something you want to see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, let's get TikToking. Alright. I do have a TikTok. It's at @VWonderSnatch. I think I only have like 6 followers or something, so follow me there and maybe I'll do some more, but I have no idea how it works, alright? This is really uncharted territory for me. And I see a lot of people responding to tons of stuff on TikTok, so I thought I'd give it a go, so I guess let's get started. Oh. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to fire up TikTok and I'm going to search Dermatology TikTok. Alright, I'm just going to do a whole bunch of these. I'm going to scoot over here. Okay, let's start with this first one. It's by this TikToker called Dr. Shah. He's got 2.2 million followers. It's mostly about skincare. Okay, there's this one that has 1.4 million views. Called My Wife's Night Skincare Routine. Salicylic Acid Cleanser, that's good. Tretinoin, it's a retinoid. And a gentle moisturizer. Oh, that's it. Okay, so that's good. I mean, a salicylic acid cleanser is good to unclog the pores, okay? So when the infundibulum of the hair follicles get clogged up with dead keratinocytes, salicylic acid is good for that. So that's good. And of course, a retinoid. Everyone should use a retinoid at night, and that helps reduce wrinkles, all right? It's a vitamin A analog. And of course, a moisturizer. I think that's what everyone should be using all the time because it keeps your skin nice and supple, okay? And it replenishes the oils that you lose throughout the day. The only thing about this is, why does he have to say it's his wife's night care skincare routine? I mean, why can't it be his? I mean, it's unisex. That doesn't have to be his wife's. Men can do it too, right? Okay, so on to the next one. All right, next one.
Hey
this
everyone,
is from
this is how I
Care
transform my
Clark.
dark circles.
She seems to be a dermatology nurse, and she's telling you how to get rid of your dark eye circles.
Oh my gosh, it's so much better now. I first used a skin brightening acid and eye cream every day, and I started wearing eye patches during the...
Pictures look quite good, but the
Hey
lighting's
everyone.
completely different. Okay, and she uses acids, vitamin C, eye patches, hydrating during the night, yeah. So, you know, the only thing about dark eye circles is that it's actually caused by many, many different things. So some people it's pigmentation, other people it's like vasculars, like blood vessels, and some of the people it might be loose skin. So, you know, it's not a one size fits all, and this won't work for everybody. Okay, some people do require surgery to remove some skin so that it doesn't cast a shadow. And most of the time it's probably just due to lack of sleep or poor sleep. You really need to see a dermatologist or an aesthetic doctor to see what you really need to get done for dark eye circles. Alright, let's put this down and contour's done. Alright, and so next, let's just see the next one. This is Chris Tamasian. Improving dark spots. And he's doing a duet with this other person who seems to be doing some lightening using retinoids, niacinamide, vitamin C, azelaic acid, and salicylic acid. That's a good thing, okay? So the only thing about this is that it gets a bit tricky when you're talking about lightening dark spots and hyperpigmentation. A lot of ingredients that people get off the black market to lighten their skin is actually due to colorism. That a lot of societies, in Asian societies, especially India, the Philippines, even in Singapore, people tend to think that a fair skin is more desirable. So they actually use a lot of whitening agents that might be dangerous to your body. Okay, some of these include things like very strong steroids or even mercury. So you have to work with a good esthetician or dermatologist to make sure that you don't overuse dangerous chemicals on your face, especially when you're trying to lighten certain spots in your face and not for general skin bleaching. Okay, what's next? Yeah, brows are done. Now let's go on to the next one. Okay, so it's Dr. Shah again. Dark spots, melasma, hyperpigmentation. Okay, something about visible light making it worse.
Do you have dark spots, melasma, or hyperpigmentation? Well, research shows that visible light from our environment can actually make hyperpigmentation worse. And it turns out that regular sunscreens actually don't block against...
Okay, so basically here he's saying that visible light sometimes can contribute to hyperpigmentation. There have been some studies that show that's true, but I don't think it's a big issue. It's usually UV light that's required to cause hyperpigmentation on the face, like, you know, the freckles and the melasma. It is usually better to make sure that you have a tinted sunscreen, something that contains contains visible light blockers because these are actually the safest things to use. The chemical sunscreen sometimes can cause allergic reactions, and some of them, especially the UVA blockers, actually if you go into the sea, they actually kill coral as well. So in some countries, these are actually banned. And in America, the sunscreen technology is not as good as it is in the rest of the world. So in the European list of chemical sunscreens, is actually much more acceptable to both the environment and to your skin. Okay, I think I'm going to go in my big smoky eye, but I'm going to do a neon glow around it. All right? Okay, like that. Got some black cream around the eyes now, and let's move on to the next one. So this next one is Dr. Mark Strom. Okay, something about pimples, and he seems to be a dermatologist as well.
No.
Oops, no, pimples, don't squeeze them. Rubbing alcohol.
No.
Benzoyl peroxide gel. Yes, exactly. Okay, so this is true. Don't squeeze your pimples because every time you squeeze your pimples, you actually promote scarring underneath your skin. And rubbing alcohol to dry out the pimples, some people do that, but that's really bad for your skin. It dries out your skin even more also. And of course, benzoyl peroxide is the best thing. Benzoyl peroxide, as I mentioned in my acne video, is antimicrobial that doesn't promote antibiotic resistance. Okay, I think I'm ready to powder. Ooh. Okay, dust off the powder on this thing and get to the next one. Dr. Shah again. Dr. Shah does a lot of things.
Whoa.
So this is a comedonal acne treatment. Symbol morning and night. CeraVe. Okay, let's pause that. He's using a CeraVe SA cleanser. SA is salicylic acid, and that's good for breaking up the dead cells that clog the infundibulum of the hair follicles. And then he's using azelaic acid in the morning, also quite good. CeraVe hydrating sunscreen, and he's using Differin gel at night. So Differin gel is a retinoid, and that's something that's really good for acne and general healthy turnover of the skin. Okay, so I'm just gonna dust this off, and I'm going to go in with there, nice and contoured. Next.
What's on your skin, part 4. This is a keloid, which is an
What's on your
exaggerated
skin?
healing response to skin
Dr. Shah
injury.
again.
They're often genetic,
It's a
and they
keloid.
occur in areas that get a lot of attention, like the upper back and chest. Drugstore silicone-based scar gels may help, but most need to be treated in the office by a dermatologist. In individuals prone to keloids, it's important to avoid skin injury.
Yeah, so keloids are very difficult to treat. So everything he says here is correct. Some people are prone to more keloids than others, and it's very common in places like the chest, places where there's a lot of tension, a lot of movement. You know, sometimes you get vaccination scars, you might get keloids, and also sometimes surgery as well, like cesarean sections or elective surgery. And it's very difficult to treat. You need to inject them with corticosteroids. Sometimes even radiotherapy or intralesional chemotherapy might work also. All right. Okay, let's get started on these eyes. There, all big and smoky. All right, that's a nice base, and let's move on to the next TikTok. Okay, so this is Skin by
Part
Dr.
7.
Azi.
Have you noticed brown, thick, velvety patches
velvety
on your
patches.
neck
This is
or
probably
underarms?
acanthosis
Do they
nigricans.
look dirty, but then when you try to wash them off, it doesn't really help? This is called acanthosis nigricans. The skin
Not wrong.
thickens and darkens. It's often due to an underlying condition such as diabetes, obesity, or weight gain. So make sure you see your doctor and treat these conditions because it will help improve this discoloration. You may also
Diabetes,
try a
obesity,
prescription
you
lightening
get this
cream
velvety
through my
patches on the
office.
neck,
For
sometimes
more
armpits.
skin-related content, make sure you follow me on YouTube and Instagram.
Oh, she's on YouTube too. Well, I guess we'll check her YouTube out later. Yeah, so acanthosis nigricans, very thick velvety patches on the neck, the armpits sometimes, usually in heavier people or people with diabetes. It is a signifier of systemic disease, and sometimes it's associated also with some certain cancers as well. So it's very good to get these checked out. Treatment of the underlying disease will actually help with the condition itself. All right, I'm just going to do a neon liner now by putting some white in that eye, okay? So I've used some Jeffree Shah's Drug Lord to draw these white bits in there. I'm going to fill in with neons later. All right, let's see what's next. Dr. Kristen asks you. Very cute. Something about vitamin D. What happens to your skin if you're low in vitamin D? So he says here it might cause hair loss. It is associated with hair loss, and some mutations in the vitamin D receptor is actually associated with this condition called chronic telogen effluvium. That's when your hair just keeps shedding for probably no reason. It's something that's very, very poorly studied, but there are some mutations in some people that are predisposed to this condition. It's reasonable to check for vitamin D sometimes, okay, especially in darker skinned individuals who do not get too much sun. All right, so I'm just going to pack on some neon colors. So I'm going to use a mixture of my Violet Voss Neon Vibes and this Untouched Georgie's Cosmetics Neon to pack it on my lids, alright? This, see? Rainbow neons. Alright, let's see what's next. Okay, so it's a Dermatology Residence Morning Cleanse. It's the same as Dr. Shah's. Oh, she adds vitamin C serum as well. And then the moisturizer. Eye cream. Sunscreen. Very good. Okay, yeah, so a lot of them like these CeraVe salicylic acid washes, and I think that's pretty good for a mild exfoliation. Okay, it's not like a chemical peel where you really go in and strip your skin, but a very, very mild, gentle exfoliation every day with salicylic acid cleanser is really good, especially people with acne-prone skin. And you know what? These dermatology residents, they all look so stunning. You know, whenever I go to dermatology conferences, all the residents in America, they're all like models or something. And the guys are really hot too. Okay, now I'm just going to line it with some Suva Beauty White, my Hydrofix, to make the neon really pop. Alright, like that. Ah, there we go. Rainbow neon eyes. Okay, let's see what's next.
Can acne kill you? Theoretically, yes. This is a part of the face known as the danger triangle. Here, the blood flow can actually travel back into the brain. If you pop a pimple here, you could cause an infection in the brain. Can acne kill you?
Oh yeah, so I guess that's theoretically possible. If you pop your pimple and you force the bacteria into your skin and it finds its way into blood vessels underneath the skin, it does travel back into what we call the cavernous sinus in your brain and can cause meningitis and brain infections. I guess it can kill you. All right, I think I'm just gonna finish off the rest of my makeup TikTok style, like... Okay, almost done. Let's do one more. Alright, and this last one is by Dr. Alexis. Okay, Dermatology of Skin of Color. 5 things that dermatology will never do. Physical scrubs. Hail to the nose. Makeup removers. Yeah, no, it's really, really bad, and it's bad for the environment and full of preservatives. All very good tips, okay? Don't use hot water to soothe your itch. Okay, hot water really damages the skin. Don't use those physical scrubs you get in those gritty face washes. Never leave home without sunscreen, and don't use makeup wipes. Alright, I think I'm almost done. So why don't I just take my shirt off and I'll be back with the finished look. And this is the finished look. Neon hair for neon eyes and a neon outfit as well. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something about dermatology today. I really enjoyed doing this, responding to dermatology TikToks. There are not that many dermatologists on TikToks. It seems like the same 5 or 6. So if you want to see me on TikTok, follow me at VWonderSnatch. And if there are any TikToks you want me to respond to, just send them over. You can DM me on Instagram at WonderSnatch, or I think directly on TikTok if there's such a function. I don't know. Alright, so don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. And just realized I look a lot like Jeffree Star. I'll see you next time. Bye! Watch my other videos. I made over my sister here and I interviewed Arya Dunn right there. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye!